Hi everyone, it is time for the very last picture on this page. This is page 20 from Tiny Year by Agotapop, our May Blossoms in Bloom page, and we are using Polychromos pencils. Let's come in closer to this last image. Once this one's done, we can have a look at the whole page. Whew, slightly out of breath, I've just come upstairs. Whew. Now, I have an idea of how to colour this flower. I think that it's all petals. I don't think there's any leaf on this flower. We're going to do the little bee first because I just have this inkling that if I don't do it first, I'll forget to do it. So I'm going to start with the light yellow ochre, and we're going to do a yellow and black stripe. I'm going to put a little bit in here and here, and then this one. So we're doing every other little section like that. Right, then we're going to go lighter, and we're going to use the Naples yellow. I'm going to fill in the rest of the little sections like that, very bright yellow. Now the other stripes are going to do, I'm going to start with a dark grey actually. I think I'll start with the paynes grey. Do the edge like that. And then I think I'm going to use the cold grey 5, put the rest of that a little bit, and also for our little bee's head. I think I'm going to go a little bit darker on the edge, a little bit less towards the middle, maybe that, and the antenna. Now the wings, I'm just going to do in a light grey, I think. I think our cold grey 2 might work. So a bit darker near the bottom and lighter towards the top of the wing. You could use some sparkle for the wing. I quite like doing that sometimes. You know, a sparkly, a glitter pen, sparkly gel pen, that sort of thing. You could even do it for this little trail as well. I think I'm going to leave it because I've got no other sparkle on the page. It feels like it wouldn't necessarily be very realistic. Not that it's a realist. No, that's not really what I mean. It's not going to fit in. Middle purple pink is where I'm going to start with my flower. I'm just going to start in the middle. Now our petals aren't going to be the same colour throughout. So this is just the initial colour. Make sure you fade it as much as you can so that it will blend into the next colour. Like that. I'm thinking these ones in the middle might be slightly darker. I don't know why. When I see a plant and it's got sort of closed petals in the centre like this, they seem to be darker. That's just where that idea has come from. It's not any other reasoning. So if you want them lighter, do them lighter. I'm just going to put on my magnifying speckies. Better. Just put the washing on to spin. It's really noisy, but when we put it in the tumble dryer, it's always better to spin it give it an extra spin. We find our tumble dryer is not very efficient. Now these larger leaves, although I want them to be the same colour, I want them to be lighter, so I'm only going to put a little bit of pink on the centre. I figure that I can always use a different colour to draw in some shadow if I think it's too pale, without adding too much pink. I just wanted these centre ones to look darker, as I said before. So rather than our pink being like shadow, it's more of a colour. Although here it does make it look more 3D, but as we add our next colour it won't. Now my next colour is it going to be this one? Yes, dark cadmium yellow. I'm going to use this on the tips. Now if it doesn't blend particularly well, I will use another colour to help it along, but I'm going to see how it looks. Let's give it a sharpen. Yeah, it's quite bright. On the tips there, and I may actually go back over the pinky colour as well in a bit, but we'll just get this down and have a look, see how it works out. Sounds like the machine stops spinning. It usually beeps when it's ready to be emptied though. I'm listening out for it. I'm not sure. I think on these I'm gonna start here and fade it and do a lighter tip. Notice I'm not layering up too much because I'm not too sure of what I'm doing. Oh, there it's beeping. Like this, just layering. Now we'll get that tip done. I'm going to use this, which is the light cadmium yellow, and then we'll play with each one, I think, and decide what to do colour wise. Again, I'm not putting down too much. I just want to be able to see how it looks vaguely. It's messy because I need to make sure everything blends nicely, and if I burnish it down too much I won't be able to blend it, particularly with it being yellow. I'm not going to put any of this lighter colour on here. So I'm going back into the centre, I'm going back to my middle purple pink, and I'm just going to just work that pink a little bit more so it's a bit neater. Now I can blend it slightly more into our yellow. And hopefully it's beginning to come together quite nicely in this centre area. Like that. So I hope everyone's good today. I've got no idea what day of the week it is when this video is going to go out. I haven't been keeping tabs really. I've just been enjoying making the series. I think I need a little bit more on these. Still quite light though. I just want to try and gently blend it into that dark yellow. The husband's just gone downstairs, so he'll be putting the things on to dry, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know whether to go out today, I really should. Right, we're going to the dark cadmium yellow. I'm going to finish this off with quite a thick layer, I think. And it will look quite orangey in the central part, which I'm fine with. So I'm going right over all the pink as well here. I rather like that colour. It's very warm, isn't it? Now on these edges, I'm going to go back over that pink too, but I need to leave some of the tips for the other colour, for the lighter yellow. We'll see how that all works out. It's working quite well. I think I do want to put in some darker colour to get a little bit more of a shadowy look in various places. So I'm just thinking as I'm colouring this what colour I would use. We have been using a dark sepia for our shadowy areas. Right, now the tips, now they're light cadmium yellow. Now we can get some layers down and get it much more intense. I'm thinking I might just stick with that dark sepia. I think I can make that work. There we go. I did wonder whether my eyes are hurting from hay fever. I don't normally get it. My son said there was a lot of grass pollen blowing around and he's already struggling with hay fever. I guess I could try taking one of his antihistamines. They're not doctor prescribed, they're just off the shelf, you know. This is dark sepia, so I can see whether it helps. I don't want too much, so I'm just being quite cautious, as you can see. But I want some separation between these petals, but not too much because they are all bunched together in the middle here. So I'm concentrating and talking becomes difficult. I do find it, someone asked me how I keep talking all the time for so long. It's my special skill. I can't shut up. I try to listen to people, but I find it really hard. I know we should. I've been looking at things, you know, saying, you know, we learn a lot by listening to people. We shouldn't jump in and try and put in our point of view. We should just sit and listen to them and ask questions. But it's hard sometimes not to just bang on about yourself, especially when you do it for a living. There we go. Just working around, putting in all those little shadow lines. There we are. Now you could make them much darker and much more defined. I'm not sure that I want them too much darker. I can't see that one very well, or this one, but I don't want to do too much. He is would be quite dark in there. There we go. Just want them to just stand away a little bit from those petals. Yeah, there we go. If I fiddle with it more, I'm at risk of spoiling it, so I'm going to leave it there. So there is our final picture, which we look at all the page together. Oops. And you do probably seen most of, well, you would have seen most of them anyway, right at the beginning. Now I haven't made them match. The idea wasn't to try and match the colours, but I think they ended up working quite well together. I've had a lot of fun. Thank you if you've watched all the videos. I do appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Yeah, hoping that you have a lovely day and happy colouring.